It's Tisha with Rarity Creative Co., where we deliver the right message to the right market by helping you to structure your ideas in a way that expands your influence and increases your income. Let's go ahead and get started talking about the first of the 4 designations we'll be discussing, which is going to be sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is a business structure where you as the individual will operate and own the entire business. It's the simplest form of business ownership where the business owner, who would be you, is considered the same entity as the business. Now, there are definitely some benefits to this type of a setup. Let's talk about what those benefits are, and then we'll go ahead and move into what some of those cons are. This is the easiest designation to set up. A sole proprietorship is easy to structure. There's no legal formalities required. You can start doing business as soon as you choose to. You've got full control as the owner of the business if you are a sole proprietor. You have autonomy over all of the aspects of the business. You can make decisions quickly without having to consult with other owners or parties. And all of the profits that are made by the business are the sole property of you as the owner. You do not have to share your profits with any of your shareholders or partners because they just don't exist in this type of a setup. The tax benefit is that as a sole proprietor, the business's profits are considered your personal income, and so they're only subject to personal income taxes. Additionally, you can still deduct business expenses from the taxable income, which can lower your overall tax liability. There's a lot of flexibility with the sole proprietorship. You can change your business's direction, products, and services without having to consult with partners or shareholders. And you've got a lot of privacy because you do not have to disclose any financial or other information to partners or shareholders, again, because they don't exist in this type of a setup. There's very low cost for entry. So as a sole proprietor, you have low startup and operating costs. And since there's only one owner, there are no legal fees or costs associated with drafting partnership agreements or shareholder agreements. Now, some of the cons. There's unlimited personal liability. So as an example, if a hairdresser decided that he or she wanted to be a sole proprietor, then most certainly that is an option. However, if that hairdresser ruins the integrity of their client's hair, they are now, if they find themselves in a lawsuit, everything that they own is subject to that lawsuit. So not just the business assets, but any personal assets, vehicles, homes, different accounts are all subject to that lawsuit. So if the business runs into financial trouble or is sued, the owner's personal assets are at risk. Additionally, limited access to capital because, see, as a sole proprietorship, you're typically a small business with only one owner. It becomes very challenging to raise capital because banks and investors are hesitant to lend money or invest in a business that is entirely dependent upon one entity or one person. There's also limited growth potential. Sole proprietorships can be difficult to grow beyond a certain point because the business, again, is entirely dependent upon one owner. And there's only so much work that one person can do. You've also got limited expertise in a model like this because the sole proprietorship owner may have a very limited frame of knowledge for how certain areas of the business should flow, such as marketing, finance, or operations, which can limit the business's ability to compete and grow. A sole proprietorship also has a limited lifespan because it is tied to the life of the owner. And if and when the owner dies or becomes incapacitated, the business may need to be dissolved or sold. So these are some very important elements to consider if you are thinking of a sole proprietorship. But again, if you want help determining what is the best setup for your business or really working through what some of the pros and cons may be, give us a call at Rarity Creative Co., where we make it our business to deliver the right message to the right market and help you structure your ideas in a way that expands your influence and increases your income.